Welcome back to day 7 of the DataWeave 30-day series. Today we're exploring one of the most important areas of DataWeave, object manipulation. If day 4 was all about transforming arrays, day 7 is about transforming objects. Reshaping keys, updating values, extracting metadata, and even renaming fields based on rules. Section 1. Understanding mapObject. Let's start with the hero of today's session, mapObject. MapObject behaves just like map for arrays, but instead of looping through elements, it loops through key-value pairs in an object. It gives you full control to modify only the key, only the value, or both. We'll begin with a simple example. Here, we are looping through the payload and returning each key and value exactly as they are. This is just the basic pattern for mapObject. Before we move into real-world transformations, and apart from the basic example we saw earlier, it's important to understand the 3 key symbols used during object iteration. These symbols form the foundation of how DataWeave interacts with object keys, values, and metadata. $current key, the current value, current index or iteration counter. These 3 give you full control over renaming keys, modifying values, or building entirely new object structures. This means for each key in payload, keep the same key. For each value in payload, keep the same value. Wrap everything in a new object structure, so it's essentially rebuilding the object exactly as it is, without any modification. It's like saying, for each key value in payload, create a new key with the same name, assign the same value. This structure is usually used when you plan to add conditions later, you want to inspect or transform key value pairs. How dollars and dollars work. Even if no change is made, this pattern helps beginners understand the mapObject anatomy. Section 2. Transforming keys. Now, let's do something more meaningful, like transforming all keys to uppercase. Only the keys change, the values stay exactly the same. Section 3. Transforming values. Next, let's modify values instead of keys. In this example, we append the string card to every value. This is a common pattern when you're enriching data or adding units. Section 4. Extract keys and values. DataWeave also gives us 2 really handy utility functions, keysOf and valuesOf. keysOf payload returns just the keys as an array. Valuesof payload returns only the values. These are perfect for metadata checks or input validation. Section 5. Count missing or blank values using valuesOf. We can quickly check for missing or blank fields. This returns the total number of null or empty values inside the payload, a very useful pattern in API validation. Section 6. Adding a prefix to keys. Sometimes you'll want to namespace your fields. For example, adding AP in front of every key. Again, notice how only the key changes and the value remains untouched. Section 7. Renaming keys based on a rule. And finally, the most important pattern of the day, renaming keys using a lookup map. Here, we define a map that tells DataWeave how certain keys should be renamed. Now, we apply this mapping to the incoming object. If the key exists in our rename map, it gets renamed. If not, we keep the original key. This is a clean and scalable way to normalize incoming field names. And that wraps up day 7, object manipulation in DataWeave. We covered how to transform keys, transform values, extract metadata, prefix keys, and rename fields using lookup rules. Object manipulation is a core skill for building clean, predictable API transformations, and today's patterns are ones you'll use again and again. In the next lesson, we'll continue building on this and transform even more complex structures. If you're enjoying the series, make sure you like the video, subscribe, and check the playlist for previous days.